So I'm going to be honest, I'm super sad because I just took a 10-minute video about how to teach puppies how to greet really calmly instead of hurling themselves at you like a crazy little furry torpedo, and my recording deleted itself somehow. So here's the after effect of a really good puppy being very good. I wish you could have seen her being crazy puppy, but I bet I could get her to be a little bit crazy again. So I'm going to refilm this after the fact. She has already had a full 15-minute training session to get to this point, which if anything is pretty excessive for most puppies. I usually only do 2 to 5 minutes of training games before I give them a break. So we'll see how she does with this, but I might just be kind of talking through the points with this one instead of actually showing you, which is unfortunate because she was a real crazy pants a second ago. So she's on a long line. I mentioned in a previous puppy video that I really like to let puppies go on some socialization outings on the long line so they can just cruise and explore and kind of take on the world at their own pace. This is a very different puppy than the last one I did a socialization walk video with. This one is pretty comfortable with her surroundings. She's pretty confident, but she wants to basically just continue to hurl herself at me and jump on me and be mouthy, and so typical Labrador. And so her issue is more, and I shouldn't say issue because she's a puppy and it's totally normal, but the main focus with her training program is going to be greeting calmly at this stage in the game. So I still like her to have that long line option, so again she can go explore the world and continue to get nice positive socialization experiences, but when she's on a long line and she's working on greeting appropriately and not being a wild child, it puts me at a bit of a disadvantage because it's harder for me to control her behavior when she starts running straight at me. So what I do for this is what I refer to as the Say Please to Say Hi exercise, but it's the loose version. So if you guys are in the 201 course, you guys have the training video for this. If you are not in the 201 course, then you should be. And then you get all the training videos for all the 201 stuff. We also do kind of a variation of this called the Wild Child game, which is in the pre-K class. But in general, it's a variation of Say Please to Say Hi, which I touch on in all the different class levels. So what the loose version is, and loose just means she has free access to the person she wants to greet. So she's on a long line, she's not technically loose, but she does have free access to me. Wow, look at you showing off. I really wish that old video was still available. Because you look like an angel now, your parents aren't even going to believe it. So she has free access to me, so she's able to jump on me if she wants to. So the Say Please to Say Hi is her coming up and offering a sit in order to greet the person. This puppy, you're very cute. She's like, I don't know what she's saying, guys. I'm perfect all the time. I definitely did not make her bleed by jumping on her repetitively. Yay, good job. So what the Say Please to Say Hi loose game entails is when she runs up to me, I want her to offer this nice sit like she's doing here. But there's 3 steps. So step 1 is if the puppy is running at you full speed. So I'm going to make her a little bit more crazy. There we go. Puppy is running at you. You're going to let her smell the treat and you're going to toss it away from you. So she runs off and chases it. Oh God, and then reload before she comes back. And then you're going to, as she's running at you, there we go. You're going to catch her nose and you're going to toss the treat away from you so she goes and gets it. Catch her nose, toss the treat away from you. So she doesn't have the option to jump on me if my treat timing is good, because I'm letting her smell the goodie and then throwing it again. So she's going to hunt for it for a minute there because she lost it, which is fine. Gives me a chance to reload. So if she comes barreling at me, catch her nose, toss the treat away from me so she has to go hunt for it. And then if we do this enough, eventually she'll start slowing her feet down a little bit as she runs at me because she's expecting that I'm going to toss that goodie. So once she gets to the point where she's expecting that treat toss and she's kind of looking for, okay, where is this lady going to throw that? Then I move to step 2, which is luring her into a sit. So I don't say sit verbally. I don't cue it with any sort of hand gesture. I'm just going to lure her into a sit with a piece of food. So now I'm going to catch her nose, lure her into that sit, yes, and then toss it. And then she runs up again, catch her nose, lure her into the sit, yes, and then toss it. Like I said, she literally just spent the last 10 minutes doing this, so this is much prettier than it was initially. She runs up. I'm going to catch her nose, lure her into a sit. Yes, toss that goodie. Once I am ready to bet, we'll say $10 because I'm on camera. Once I'm willing to bet about $10 that she will do this on her own without me helping her, then I get to capture the say please, which means I don't get to help. She's going to run up. Oh, she's distracted. And sit on her own. Yes, nice job. So I'm going to walk backwards so she comes over here. I'm not willing to bet that time. She was running a little fast, so I'm going to lure her again. And she's allowed to be a puppy. She's allowed to run around and do whatever she wants. I just have kind of a standard rule that I just don't really acknowledge naughty puppies. So if she's jumping like that, there we go, or being a spaz child, I'm just not going to give her any feedback for that. I'm not going to give her any attention. I'm just going to ignore her and keep walking. And all of that just gets totally ignored. I don't care that she's doing it because she's a puppy. She's going to do it. I'm just not giving it any attention at all. And if she wants my attention, the best way to get that is to play the game. Good job. Toss a treat to reset. She's going to run up, lure her into a sit, toss the treat to reset. Now I'm going to bet money that she's going to do it. I don't know, it's an iffy bet. Yay! She did it. Very nice. Good girl. Good. So that step 3 is capturing it. I don't get to help her. So I'm standing here. She can't see my food. Yes. And then it comes out when she sits for me. So I'm not helping her at all. Waiting for her. Yes. And then I capture it when she does it for me. That's step 3. And you only get to move to step 3 if you're willing to bet money that they won't jump on you. If you're willing to bet money that they're going to run up and sit politely, then you get to move to that step. Because I don't want her to practice jumping. Like I said, if she does, I don't make a big deal out of it. I just ignore it. But I don't really want her to practice it. So if I'm setting her up and expecting her to do something she's not capable of yet, like run up and sit politely, if I'm expecting that of her, then most likely I'm just setting her up to fail, which doesn't help her and doesn't help me. So I want to make sure that if I don't trust her, like right now we're getting pretty spring-loaded again, if I don't trust her, my treat comes right back out and I show her what I'm looking for. I'll toss that goodie away. Give her something else to do that doesn't involve jumping up on me. Lure her into a sit, toss that treat away. Now her brain is probably short-circuiting right now. This is a long time for a puppy to do training. Like I said before, I really don't recommend more than about 5 minutes. So what happens a lot is you'll get kind of this fatigue where, see how she's like lost it? She's losing her mind again. It's because I overtrained. So if you guys ever hit this wall with your puppy where everything is going really well and then all of a sudden your puppy just loses their mind, it's because you're asking too much. You ask them to clock in for longer than they were capable, and they're done. So she's done. I can tell because this is a lot worse than where we were a second ago. This is kind of bad. She hit the record button and all of her jumping up and it stopped my video. What I was going to say is because she was offering all these naughty behaviors and kind of getting worse again, that lets me know that I did too much, and next time I need to keep my training sessions shorter, which will definitely happen because I won't be filming them. And right now, her best possible option would be to be put away with a good chewy. So even though she looks pretty good right now, I know that she's been overtrained. And she really just needs to take a break and decompress. So we're going to go load up in the back of the car with a good chewy and watch the world walk by us. And that'll be a really good socialization exercise that doesn't involve using her brain quite so much and allows her to have a nice displacement option, which is going to be chewing on a good bone. All right, now I'm done. Talk to you guys later.